So here we have the Tesla style screen installed in a TrackHawk currently. This is the gloss carbon finish. As you can see here, you can see the vents are all installed, the fitment. This is going to be on a 13.6-inch screen, formerly known as the Tesla style screen for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And we're going to start off by showing you guys YouTube. Once you have your screen connected and your radio connected to either Wi-Fi or hotspot, you'll be able to load any videos on YouTube. You also have full web browser. It basically works like an actual desktop or an actual tablet style screen. So you have options of watching video on the go while driving as well. Here we have a video clip playing. Just giving you some demo. Now we bring the screen to a smaller screen so you can do multitasking. So this screen, you can move it around, position it anywhere you need to on the 13.6-inch screen. Now this radio is running on 8 gigs of RAM with 128 ROM. So it's a very quick speed, very quick processor as well with a lot of memory. So it makes it very smooth for the operating system. Now we'll go into performance pages. Here you have access to all your gauges, intake temp, coolant temp, battery voltage. Here we have dyno and engine for horsepower. You'll see what gear you're in. Here's the G-force. Now we'll dive into driving modes, which is another great feature for most people who have a performance vehicle like an SRT or TrackHawk. You'll have access to all of your driving modes, which include auto, snow, tow, sport and track, and even custom. So not only do you have access to all of your terrains, but you also have the option to customize them. So once we get over to custom mode, which you'll hit the custom button now, it'll dive into custom. You'll hit custom setup. It'll take you to your transmission, your all-wheel drive system, your stability control, paddle shifters on and off, suspension, and steering. So a lot of guys like to run their suspension on sport for a softer ride, and they'll run their transmission in track, and they'll run their steering in track. So it gives you a little bit of customization there, just like you would on your regular 8.4-inch screen. Here we're going to turn on the ACs. So your AC vents are going to work as normal. You'll have access to AC dual climate control, heated and cool seats, which is very important. Everybody asks about that. And you also have your heated steering wheel. One thing to note, our heated steering wheels do work with carbon. So for a lot of you who want a carbon steering wheel, you still can retain the heated feature. Here we show you the controls for vented seats, cool seats, heated steering wheel. Now we'll back out of there and we'll go into settings, showing you some of the highlighted settings that you can customize. Obviously you have your aux settings, amplifier, if you need to adjust your audio system for your vehicle. Some settings will obviously won't apply to this TrackHawk in general, just because they're features that don't come with the TrackHawk from factory. Now we're gonna dive into some of the apps here so you can have a perfect view. Here's how you control some of the steering wheel controls if you want to adjust or customize them. We'll back out, and now we'll head over back to apps, and we'll head over to the web browser. And now once we're in the web browser, we're going to just show you how once you're connected to Wi-Fi or a hotspot and you have internet connection, either with a SIM card that you're paying a provider for, or you're just using Wi-Fi or hotspot from your own mobile phone, we're going to go to NBA.com just to show you how you can view some of the websites. It basically gives you full desktop mode. Here I'm going to switch off night mode to make the screen a little bit more bright. You'll have access to any web page you want to browse on for sports, entertainment, videos, etc. Now we'll go on to our website here at mhfautolighting.com. We'll load that up. We'll actually go to where you can purchase the radio, which is our website, and we'll go to radio and media upgrades is where you can find this radio to purchase. We'll click on that. We'll scroll down until we see the carbon radio. Here we go. So here's the 2014 to 2021 13.6 inch screen for Jeep Grand Cherokees, non-SRT, limited overland, Summit, TrackHawk, and SRT as well. So there you have the radio. We have different options obviously on our website for different setups depending on what you're looking for. So now we're going to head over to Google GPS. So here you get to really see the greatness in having a 13.6 inch screen. The screen is just massive. It makes driving anywhere using GPS very useful. Even if you're not using the Carplay feature and you just want to be able to see where you're driving to and what's in your area and what's around, the screen is very responsive. As you can see, I'm just using 2 fingers to be able to zoom in and zoom out. It's something that you'll use on a day-to-day basis when you're driving around. So here are the bottom controls really quick of the radio. Obviously, you have your hazards, you have your eco mode, you have your sport, SRT launch mode. You have the annoying start and stop feature, which you can disable, obviously. Then we can go back to home. Just going to show you really quick how you can long press on any of the top row apps and be able to swap it out with any of the other apps that you have. So this is how you can swap any apps that you're going to use on a day-to-day basis, whether it be Netflix, YouTube, nav, vehicle settings. Then we're going to show you how to swap it back and long press again, and then we'll bring back our settings. So now we're going to go back into settings and just show you the full array of all the options you have in settings. So these are the advanced settings, which you would put the passcode 3368 and hit confirm. You also want to make sure that your model is set to the correct model to make sure all of your features are enabled. So if you have the Grand Cherokee, make sure Grand Cherokee is selected and not a Durango or a different type of vehicle. That's very important to make sure all your features work as they should. Now we'll back out. I'll keep scrolling here and you'll see some of the different calibrations you can make, display parking lines. There's a lot of settings that you can change, turn on, turn off. Some of the widgets you can put. If any of you are familiar with Android, obviously Android is an open platform where you can customize a lot of things. As we go on, we will be offering different customizable options for people who want to make theirs a little bit more unique. Obviously changing your wallpaper, changing your themes, changing the colors. A lot of different features will be rolling out and we'll be making videos on how you can do that. Here's your Wi-Fi settings, data usage, SIM card slot, GPS, location, security, language, Google settings, accessibility. Those are just an array of different settings you can use. Use the drop down. I'll disable Wi-Fi to now jump into CarPlay. So CarLink will be your CarPlay app. This is basically the same exact way you would set up CarPlay in your regular car if you had a regular stereo. Once this connects, it brings up the CarPlay feature, which will work seamlessly with your setup. And once you're in, you just hit OK. It's going to give you a reminder, which you can check off. If you don't want to see that reminder anymore, you back up and you have full access to all of your CarPlay features, which is music, apps, settings, appearances, and wallpapers. So here we're going to just change the wallpaper really quick and go to black. And that's basically an overview of this radio. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@mhfautolighting.com.